It's late at night. Actually, no, probably from like by the time I edit this, like you'll be saying it's night. Yes, at the film these at night. Most definitely like say don't do the night, 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 na 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 na.
Night, 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 night. Will you please?
So yeah, this time looking at a film called Visitors from the Arkana Galaxy.
Vrijeme je da se upoznamo. Ja sam Andra.
What was this about? This film was from, I think it was Yugoslavia. At the same time, when I first started watching this, I thought it was from Italy. A science fiction writer is gifted with the ability to materialize his thoughts, and inadvertently brings a group of aliens to Earth. I'm going to say this in that while I did find this film entertaining, I really did. Heck, even the effects for this were pretty good. They were really good. There were a lot of them were practical. I will say at the beginning of it, I can understand why like say Robert, who is the main character, yes, he wants to be a science fiction writer, and at the same time, it's like say, I can at first understand like say yes, he just wants to have a moment of peace, quiet, tranquility to just put his thoughts down to paper and all that, but then suddenly.
Dobar dan, Bibice Zlato. Je Robert doma?
Je. Ali sad radi.
Znam, samo nekoliko riječi. Roberte, što to imaš na glavi?
Trebate me nešto?
Moram ti nešto reći. Imam jedan problem. Ti znaš da sam vječito sama. Sama između ona 4 zida. I sad kad sam našla prijatelja, to...
A cascade of everyone getting onto him. And I'm just thinking, like, say, yeah, I get it. I get it, dude. At the same time, you are being a bit silly with this, right?
Osi mi. Pa, daj makni to za Boga s glave. Oprosti. Viki nije kriv. To ni...
No. Mostly because, like, say, yes, you're in your thinking mode. But you have the giant helmet. I'm just, say, yes, I am out in outer space. Maybe if I put on an Enterprise uniform, maybe suddenly I'll think I'll be able to write science fiction-y too, or something like that. And yes, his girlfriend, Bimba, she's at first sick. Yeah, I like it, but at the same time, you need to focus more on me. And I'm just saying yes, I kind of agree with you in that he seems to take this to an obsession level.
I tamo je onaj android koji ima prozirnu glavu.
Da. A ja poznam nekog koji ima praznu glavu. Zdravo.
So, at one point, he goes, say, okay, he's going to go out, he ends up talking to one of the folks in his building, say, can I borrow your boat? So he goes to an island. Well, the reason being is because he has been getting, he's been, doing, messages in his audio capture device. And they basically say, Robert, we are contacting you. And then he goes to an island. where the effects. So that's where he meets Andrea, Targo, and Tony. Or not Tony. Like there's like say Andrea, Targo, and then like say a another one of the kids. And I'm gonna say like yes, I'm gonna say like they were probably influenced by classic. Classic science fiction, like what was that one? The you know the classic black and white film with the like the very much like say the robot. I they had made also made a anime version of it as well.
Si to u radio. Tango vrati se.
I think I even reviewed it, and like yeah, these moments when he meets the aliens for the first time, it's like say yeah these effects aren't too bad. Well, he like basically once he goes back, everyone just like say like he thinks like say you're a crazy man, you're a crazy man. Well, he ends up having a moment where he goes to his doctor to discuss things. Uh, like say supposedly he had like the thoughts to make things happen even as a child, and like say what ends up happening is some milk. Like his father's giving him some milk from a bottle that ends up breaking. So he just causes his father to have. And I'm just like, you say, I'm not, I'm not saying like, there's nothing wrong with, like, breastfeeding a child. At the same time, ugh, hair. And, and then, well, basically, like, he ends up, like, Bimbo basically goes, like, say, you're being dumb. So she decides, say, okay, I'm gonna go with you to this place because you're being ridiculous. So he shows her the aliens.
Kako ćemo se vratiti? U nerješivim situacijama vraćamo vrijeme unatrag.
To moram upamtiti.
Možda je to samo san.
And they are like, say, you are crazy woman and all that. And she's also like, say, she's upset. So what she does is like she yells at them, and then they just like say, they like do some like zippity zap zap with their eyes, and they put her in a block. And the effects for it aren't pretty bad. They're pretty good. Well, after that, we think, eventually she'll get out of that. So, they go, her, Bibba, and in cube form, go back with, Robert to the island. Except she ends up getting stuck in the water, and her sisters, and, Bibba's sister's like not too happy about this, so that's understandable. She they end up trying to like finding the cube in a underwater, and at first it's like saying, "Oh, more Bibba," because she's now been turned into a cube. What ends up happening is Robert goes like say, "I'm visioning you being okay. I'm visioning you be okay." And she's okay. And I figured this one gets even more ridiculous after like like one of the guys who's reported, he's like going like saying aliens and all that. And what is he doing? Like there's a moment where I'm just like saying the well, yes, I understand that Robert, like, it seems like he doesn't really do much with Bibba, and Adria, she's like saying, hold me, and I'm just like saying, mm-mm. Well, because what did happen, she's like saying, okay, like, can you make me steak and egg and other things? She's able to also make him coffee, and
I malo mlijeka.
like, well, what else can you do?
Oh, sure thing. How you take it? Black, couple cubes to kiss my ass?
And all that. Well, after, like, Bibba shows up and she's like, say, oh, it's this trollop, or whatever. And, yes, she's like, say, get out of here, you rust bucket!
Ja te ovdje neću podnositi. Marš van! A, i ove si doveo. Ti si ovdje otvorio svemirski vrtić, je li mali moj? Izbaci ih!
Pa shvati, molim te, ne mogu.
Što da shvatim da si stvarno poludio? Ako ne možeš ti, onda ću ja.
Biba, smiri se,
Ispadajte
molim.
van! Van! Kupite se, neću da vas vidim!
And, well, there's a moment where she she gets zapped and all that. And
Who's the dumbass?
I'm just thinking, like, yes, the effects remind me of, like, one time I did a short called, like it was called Steven versus the UFOs, where she created a UFO out of, like, a saran wrap and a little ball, and, like, the string, and, like, say,
Nothing can go wrong.
yes, I actually did that. You'd be surprised what kind of, like, little films like that I've done. Well, the, like, final act of the film, there's a monster in this film, and it's a practical one, like, a man in a suit. Well, it shows up at a wedding, and I gotta say that sequence where it, like, interrupts a dinner party is hilarious. It's like suddenly this film has become Evil Dead or something like that. It's hilarious. Like, body parts are flopped off and all that.
To nije moguće. To nije moguće.
Zanimljivo.
I'm in danger.
It's like saying, like, this is just getting even more insane than it already is. And, like, yes, like, at first, like, see, there are moments where I'm just, like, saying, like, it was a good thing I don't vape anymore or do anything else, because I would have had to have been in a have you ever one of those moments where, like, you have a cold sweat or something like that? Like, you have like these outlandish dreams where either like you have like you can't sleep, but then suddenly it's like or so that's yeah. This is this is one of those films where it just feels like a fever dream. So at the end of it, though, I will say, like, the ending of it, though, is, like, say, when Robert is, like, being blasted away by the Adria and her family, and I'm just, like, say, that just looks laughable.
Letim u galaksiju Arkana.
Aha, pazi se i vrati se što prije, čekam te s večerom. A let u galaksiju Arkana ostavi kozmonautima.
Oni dolaze poslije.
At the same time, entertaining as can be, though. Entertaining. I'm going to see you next time, though. I'm